Deep in the heart of Texas, San Antonio, the scene for the Pelicans. A power player out of the backcourt with insane athleticism. Anthony Edwards will be one of the team's catalysts as they prepare for their contest against the Spurs. Pelicans, Spurs, coming up next, right after this. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball here on 2K Sports. Tonight, it's Noche Enabia, a celebration of the amazing Latin culture in this league and its fans all around the globe. A great tradition we get to enjoy. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. Holmgren is out there with Jackson. Then there's Russell Westbrook. Then there's Markkanen. And it's Edwards in at the 2. And for San Antonio, we've got Nicholas Claxton. Fox is out there with Devin Vassell. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's McDaniels in at the 3. If you like high-flying affairs, Brett, this is the matchup for you. Loads of athleticism on display with both of these teams.
I'm loving the fast pace and the scoring and the highlight reels we're going to get tonight, Kevin. Excited when these two teams with this kind of ability face off.
Now, here's Jokic. Now, Fox. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
When the game starts to slow down for younger players, you know they're starting to feel confident about how they go about their business. Fox with a good decision there.
Here's Westbrook. Jackson passes to Markkanen. 5 to shoot. And he comes up with the deuce.
Some contact's not going to dissuade a big like Markkanen. He doubles down on the shot, and he gets it.
Jackson against Fox. Pass to Jokic. Over Westbrook. The Spurs getting another chance here. Here's McDaniels, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. You got to fight over it as a defender.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation.
Jaden McDaniels.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for McDaniels. Oh, here's Edwards. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. Holmgren with it. Clock at 6. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you can see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
Fox against Westbrook. And Fox gets it to go.
That's a nice floater. I mean, a la Mike Conley. If De'Aaron Fox can establish that float game, tough to stop.
Now here's Jackson. His last outing with 20 points. Here's Edwards. It's hauled in by Claxton.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Fox kicks to Jokic. Back to Fox. Shoots it. And the Spurs scoring again.
You know, you're going to have success when you can start out shooting 80% from the game. So early offensively, they've been great. That's the way you like to start.
Inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, we were just talking about Chet Holmgren, and he's a lot tougher, I think, than his frame might indicate.
Physically and mentally, he does not back down. In fact, he's often the one who initiates contact. You think you're going to bully him, he's going to try to bully you.
And the first one at the line is good.
And Holmgren possesses sky-high potential. His length and versatility making him such an intriguing prospect.
Holmgren hits them both.
A big fellow with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. You don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Now here's McDaniels. 11-point game his last outing. Anthony Edwards with the rebound.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Spurs have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Vassell finds Fox. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
The pass to Holmgren. Sinks the triple. Holmgren's got 5.
And with that threat of the outside jumper, Holmgren generates space for this offense.
A floater and the rejection by Jackson. Holmgren in the high post. Let's see some of the numbers here for Jokic. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Most of the regular season now, Brent, is in the books as we close in on the playoffs for the players. What is this journey like, an NBA season like for a guy that plays?
You know, Kevin, it's just so taxing to get through a year. The emotions of the year, when you're playing well, when you're struggling, are you getting along with your coaches and your teammates? How's the travel schedule been? Have you been dealing with injuries? I mean, all of these things will test your mental and physical fortitude. But I'll tell you what, there's great reward when you get done with any particular year.
Green, he's checked in for the Spurs. And the free throw is good, now leading by 1.
Well, when he gets into a groove at the free throw line, it doesn't just last for tonight. This might be 2 weeks, 2 months, something like that.
And now the first timeout called here for the Spurs. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, it was all hands on deck. Helps to get points off the bench when you're on the road.
Yeah, I saw the box score of that game the next day, and I thought, wow, that's a huge scoring night. Pretty impressive stuff there.
And so Markkanen will bring it up for the New Orleans Pelicans. And this matchup with the Spurs, it's their first meeting of the season.
And we'll see if anything's different this year, because they didn't match up well with this team last year, getting swept in the season series.
Here's Green. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Jackson passes to Westbrook. Banked in off the glass.
Look how high Westbrook is elevating there. Goes up strong inside. And he feels like converting that shot's not a problem.
To the paint. There's McDaniels. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. McDaniels got 5 points so far.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Here's Edwards. Vassell grabs the board.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Jokic, no good. The Pelicans trail. There's the lob to Jackson.
Oh, nice job there from Holmgren. His guys appreciate when they're open, he gets them the ball.
Fox kicks to Vassell. He takes it in. Green passes to Jokic. Good on the shot.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
They get it again. Here's Jackson. Good defense by Jokic. For San Antonio, they've got 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Fox finds Jokic. Fox against Westbrook. 6 on the shot clock. And the rejection by Holmgren. Outside Edwards. Fader on the way, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Markkanen's got his second basket. Here's Fox. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
And they are attacking the rim and getting great results.
Stolen by McDaniels. Takes it inside. There's the dish to Fox, and he lays it straight in. And now a 3-point Spurs lead.
De'Aaron Fox having one of those nights where he's feeling it.
Here's Edwards. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. A big-time effort for De'Aaron Fox, providing a lot of energy for the San Antonio Spurs. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Falanos. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Spurs.
Right away, they showed us they weren't going to shy away from the mid-range game, and it's proven to be an effective tool for them.
Well, the attack can come from a lot of ways, either execution or by just getting on the bounce and driving it in, and that's where they've been very effective tonight.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Markkanen is out there with Holmgren. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Russell Westbrook, and it's Jackson in its center.
And getting aggressive and creative. Edwards finding ways to create space on the floor.
Westbrook scanning the floor. Takes the three. A rebound by the Spurs.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Westbrook, no good. San Antonio leading by 3. Ball, the pass to Rozier. And here is Zubac. Dishes to McDaniels. Clock at 6. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. Zubac, no good. And so Markkanen will bring it up for the Pelicans. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing the last matchup with the Lakers.
Poor execution in that one. Not sure what led to the lack of focus, but coaching staff definitely not happy.
And they made some comments themselves that some of the fault might have lied with them because they didn't go in with the best of game plans, and they didn't make the right adjustments. So we'll see tonight if they do.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Lauri Markkanen has gone from a bit player to a starring role on offense. He says it's something that I have to get adjusted to, but going forward, I have the room and the mentality to be more aggressive. When I watch film, I always see things that can become so much better. I have a long way to go and a lot of room to improve. Kevin?
All right, good stuff, D.A. Thanks. Rozier looking around. Pass the ball. Over in the corner, Claxton. Rozier for 3. Wow, through the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
First team foul.
They get Russell Westbrook. First trip to the line for him here.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, he's finished right around 86%, so don't doubt he's pleased with that.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3. And we've heard defensive-minded players, Greg, say, man, everything is a foul nowadays. You can't even touch the guy. You can't defend. Do they have a point?
It's getting tough, isn't it? I mean, you can't use your hands. You have to be set. It's almost like they want defenders to be traffic cones.
He hits the second from the line. We always see Terry Rozier going all out, don't we, Greg, to make an impact offensively.
Kevin, I just love the way his offensive repertoire has evolved over the years. This guy came in as just a hard-nosed, tough defender, but boy, offensively, his skill set and development on that end is off the chart.
Pelicans trail by 4. Westbrook kicks to Jackson. And he's good on the three ball. Jackson's got 10.
Westbrook quick to find the open man that time.
Pass to Claxton. Back to Rozier. And the rejection by Jackson. And that's out of bounds. San Antonio will retain possession. Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
T-shirt time, fans. Put your hands in the air and make some noise. One could be coming your way.
As we get a break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. You look at Texas. They've done well enough to be in 5th place in the conference so far. And, of course, San Antonio. They're 7th best in the conference.
And seeing where the Pelicans are, they've fulfilled a lot of the promise they showed coming into the season. But they just haven't taken that next leap forward so many thought they might.
They still had enough players take positive steps forward to call this season a success. Maybe they're not at the top of the standings where they hoped they'd be, but they're in really good position in terms of the playoff picture.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 6 in the field in the second quarter so far. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up.
Sometimes Lonzo's got to put the defense on their heels and start attacking with some aggression. In that play, he did so.
The Spurs have looked good at the line. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And how about as a group, 80% on the season, one of their best attributes.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Ball.
And Lonzo Ball, we know, prefers to set up his teammates and also play stifling defense. What we'd love to see is more consistency in scoring the ball.
Ball hits them both.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Westbrook dishes to Markkanen. And the shot goes in. Markkanen's got 8.
And Markkanen really that time going strong.
Westbrook against Ball. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. 5th on the list, the Pelicans.
I mean, they've been impressive on the defensive end, and they may have caught a few teams on off nights, but you've got to give them credit. They've made scoring a chore when you look at their opponents.
So challenging for anybody, not just guards, to match Westbrook and his physicality.
Zubac the pass the ball. Back to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Reddish kicks to Jackson. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Another one falls for New Orleans.
Making the easy shots and the tough shots. He's on top of his game.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And here is Rozier. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Markkanen with it. Working on McDaniels. Offensive rebound. Markkanen good.
As the game has gone along, they've gotten more and more aggressive on the backboard.
Down low. Ball. That's good. And it's Rozier with the assist. Ball's got 6.
And he has really come to life here after a slow start in that first quarter.
Here's Jackson. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now. 6 for 8 on the night.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
To the wing on the left. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Markkanen's got the lead up to 5 now for New Orleans. Ball, the pass to Rozier. And the rejection by Jackson. Clock at 4. Ball from long range. Markkanen pulls it in. Markkanen's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
That's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch to end the quarter. And so it's Jaren Jackson.
The Pelicans, 39.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Tremendous first half. Glad to have you back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Jaren Jackson Jr. just been playing terrific basketball in this one. He had 14 points, 3 rebounds, and 4 blocks. That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. It's been a clinic out there by Jaren Jackson.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
And the team appreciating all of that dirty work going on. His activity has been phenomenal.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We've got Lonzo Ball. Devin Vassell out there with De'Aaron Fox. Then there's Nicholas Claxton. And it's Jokic in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the San Antonio 5. Holmgren can't hit. Spurs trail by 5. Here's Fox. Pass to Vassell. Got a piece of it. Claxton with it. Can't get it to fall. Outside Edwards. Westbrook up top, covered by Vassell. And that one's good. Westbrook.
Yeah, Westbrook came off of that pick and roll with good intentions and got a good result.
The pass to Claxton. Back to Fox. Rebounded by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Passes it to Holmgren. Here's Markkanen. It falls for his 7th bucket of the contest. He's 7 for 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
You know, Greg, after a few seasons of development, Lauri Markkanen has really emerged.
And he's such a unique player. It took him a while to kind of figure out how to maximize all of those talents and also minimize the weaknesses. But boy, has he arrived.
There's the lob to Jackson.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thank you, Kevin. Well, last season, the NBA created newly designed trophies to honor the major player awards. Each is named after an NBA legend, including Michael Jordan, Hakeem Olajuwon, Jerry West, Wilt Chamberlain, John Havlicek, and George Mikan. Kevin, while the honor itself will always matter most, there's some hardware with a famous player name isn't hurting anybody's hopes. Back to you.
I agree, David. Thank you. Dorian Finney-Smith's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. New Orleans leading by 9. And the call will be against Lonzo Ball. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. Hard to believe, isn't it, Brent? The three-point line was introduced as a 1-year trial back in 1979.
Yeah, crazy. It was so successful in the ABA, and then the 79-80 season kicks in. And if you remember, Kevin, Chris Ford, the first player for the Boston Celtics that was able to knock down the NBA's official first three-pointer.
Edwards dishes to Markkanen. And it's Vassell with the foul. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
Spurs making a switch here. McDaniels checked in. to the middle. Here's Jackson. Good. Nice job down low. Jackson's got the lead up to 9 now for New Orleans.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
San Antonio calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Pass to Jokic. McDaniels with the ball.
Markkanen putting some work in on the defensive end, just outworking the shooter and closing out.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Jokic, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
When he's not dominating this sport, we know that Jokic spends time with his other one.
You're talking about horse racing, specifically harness racing. Jokic, that is the sport he loves the most. So it's right up there with basketball, amazingly enough. Well, it's so hard to try to defend Joker. You never know what it is that he's going to do. And because of that great vision, he's got great counter.
Here's Jackson, rebounded by the Spurs. Jokic just got his 5th rebound in this one. Vassell, the pass to Fox. He just cannot miss. 8 up, 8 in. Flawless.
And just feeding the open man. Nice recognition there from Vassell.
Pass to Westbrook. And he banks in the layup. Westbrook's got 4 points in the quarter.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Now here's McDaniel. He's tightly guarded. They get the rebound. Jokic. That one doesn't go.
Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track. They're going to find a way to win.
And how about the hands on Jackson? Makes a good target on that frame and then able to finish off the alley-oop.
Stolen by Markkanen.
San Antonio.
In a moment now, look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for New Orleans.
They've been playing some really physical offense, just attacking the paint as much as possible. And I tell you what, they have been very successful with that strategy.
Well, another part of what they've done tonight is to get a lot of work done in the mid-range. And that's a shot that a lot of teams are willing to let you take. Well, they've knocked them down.
Olenek is checked in for Jaren Jackson.
Russell Westbrook just out there and focused, trying to find ways in which he can help out his team to secure any win.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over.
Giving up a run here, can they turn it around?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a 4th? I'm not sure.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Putting up about 24 points per, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. And guys, he can just explode for points anytime he steps on the court.
Well, he looks to score, and he looks to score often.
Fox kicks to McDaniels. Shot clock at 6. Vassell, the pass to Finney Smith. Buries it from 3-point range. Finney Smith's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Westbrook finds Markkanen. Going inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
There was a big enough opening for the 7-footer as Markkanen draws a lot of attention and gets in the gap.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And he's been terrific, guys. I mean, the percentage right around 86%, so no doubt he's pleased with that.
That free throw good for Markkanen. Reddish, he's checked in for Edwards. He hits both from the stripe.
7 feet, really good at shooting the basketball. A decent handle. Lauri Markkanen starts to tinker on that unicorn category.
Here's Westbrook. Down through the hoop it goes. That's his 5th make on 9 shots from the floor.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard him and where your point of commitment is.
And Fox gets it to go.
So slick with the ball. Fox getting in there and busting out a few moves.
Now here's Markkanen. McDaniels defending. Now Markkanen. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
When a pick like that is questionable, it creates that much of an advantage for the offense. You have to blow the whistle.
Yeah, a quick little lean like that is going to get the ref's attention. Foul call.
And so it's New Orleans in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. We'll return shortly. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. On the court for the Pelicans, getting the 4th quarter going. Reddish out there with Russell Westbrook. Then it's Kelly Olynyk. Then it's Lauri Markkanen.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Fox passes to Vassell. Out left to the wing. Claxton finds Jokic. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by New Orleans.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Yeah, you can't make them all, and you for sure you'll want him taking that kind of shot.
Now the pass to Markkanen. Rebounded by the Spurs. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Westbrook against Fox. For 3, Olynyk. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Here's Vassell, and he swishes it right through.
And that was the right call. When you need a basket, go to the guys you trust the most.
Yeah, whether it's teammates or the coaching staff, hopefully a combination of both, but gets close. He's getting the ball.
Here's Westbrook. Gets the 14-footer to fall. Westbrook's got 10 points here in the second half.
Maybe the halftime break was good for him. Allowed him to step back, calm himself down, get himself in the right frame of mind, and now shots are falling.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Second team foul. At the line for San Antonio, Nikola Jokic.
Free throw, good. Jokic. McDaniels, he's checked in for San Antonio. Holmgren, he's checked in for the Pelicans. Edwards comes in for Markkanen. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And so Westbrook will bring it up for the Pelicans. 6-point lead. Reddish kicks to Edwards. And it's McDaniels with the rebound.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
To the inside, Jokic, and he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
Such an outstanding effort there for the big man to stay focused with his shot. Jokic, tremendous concentration.
Passes it to Holmgren. And that comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook.
3 points.
Westbrook's got 5 assists in the game. Pass to Jokic. Back to Fox. In, and his hot hand continues. 10 of 11 from the floor, and looking for more.
Well, trying to figure out ways to score through contact, De'Aaron Fox does not back down.
Edwards finds Olynyk. Edwards inside. Claxton covering. Edwards, that's good.
Resourceful move there. That was not an easy one to convert.
No, showing off a little bit on that one. That's a play when your coach goes, no. Okay, good play. Get back on defense.
Now, here's McDaniel. Tight defense on him. He gets it in there.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high-octane a game as you're going to find.
Good work defensively by Fox.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Vassell, the bounce pass. To the paint. Here's Reddish. And Reddish with the slam.
Great job of just reading the defense by Holmgren. He just gets it.
Here's Fox. Jokic trying to free himself up. Basket good. Fox has got 10 points here in the second half.
That is a mature play from De'Aaron Fox. Not afraid to take the big one.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Jaren Jackson Jr.
He's put on a shooting exhibition for us here tonight. He's missed a couple along the way, but it sure seems like everything's been falling for him. The only way to keep him from converting is to keep the ball out of his hands.
Lauri Markkanen's checked in for the Pelicans. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Guys, here's what Willie Green was doing in reviewing the plan with his team. Now, he told his guys not to get comfortable. He said, so we've got a little breathing room. So what? That's no reason to slow down out there. He wants them to keep the effort up. Guys?
All right, thank you, David. He lobs it up, leaps for it, and another turnover here by San Antonio.
Pelicans ball.
New Orleans leading by 7. Edwards looking it over.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And how about the commitment from Edwards, refusing to give up on that point?
At the line for the Pelicans, Anthony Edwards. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that stretches their lead to 8. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Westbrook passes to Holmgren. And there's Edwards on the assist by Holmgren. Edwards got 5 points in the quarter.
And great strength and body control from Edwards. Able to finish through the contact.
Fox finds Claxton. And the rejection by Holmgren. Now here's Westbrook. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
No question as to which team gave the better effort tonight. A dominant performance and an outstanding win for the Pelicans.
Fewer miscues made the difference.
Yeah, I mean, a great all-around effort. Not only did they minimize their turnovers, but kept the pressure up on D, forcing the other team to commit turnovers.
And so now, on the year, they'll have 35 wins to their credit.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jaren Jackson.
Well, the tone was set by him defensively tonight. Recorded a number of blocks, and that was a big difference maker, intimidating the other team.
And so the Pelicans now can just hold on to the ball. Westbrook with it. So we see the Pelicans taking the W here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, guys. Russell, congrats. How satisfying is this win?
It's great. Did what we were supposed to do. We came in and competed at a high level defensively for the most part and got the win.
And you continue to keep it rolling, Russ. Thanks very much. Back to you guys.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.